Hello everybody, Gamer Penny here, bringing you a brand new series for our YouTube channel. We're going to be playing through one of my favorite games of all time, The Lord of the Rings Online. If you've not heard of this game, why not? Give it a try. It is free to play. It is an MMO, and Lord of the Rings Online came out, I believe, 3 or 4 years after World of Warcraft did, maybe a little less, but around that time. And I've been playing it since then. I do have a lifetime subscription to this game, so you will not see the sort of constraints that the free-to-play service offers, because I have access to everything and I get monthly points to spend in their store, as you see here. So you're not going to see that aspect, but I do want to showcase the game, and if you are interested in Lord of the Rings at all, give this one a try. It's a very good MMO, but more than that, for me, it's a very good take on Lord of the Rings. And I'm a super Lord of the Rings nerd. I took a Myth and Tolkien class in college. I paid for someone to teach me about Lord of the Rings. That's how much of a nerd I am on this. But we're going to go ahead and play through this game. It's going to be a very long series. This is a very long game, and you can dump hours and hours and hours into this. And we're going to play it until there's nothing to play anymore, which is probably never. Okay. They are still updating the game. They have gotten to the end of the Lord of the Rings saga, and they're moving on to stuff that happens in post books and beyond. So that's kind of exciting and kind of fun. So that all being said, that sort of preface to what we're going to be doing, we are going to do a little bit different playthrough of this one, in that Lord of the Rings for me has always been a game where we've been able to sort of really build a character, right? And more than just their skills and how they take on monsters and enemies, but just their story. And so you can see I have a character created here, and we're going to do a little bit of role-playing as we play through Lord of the Rings. Not a whole lot, so don't get turned off from that, but a little bit. We have a character. He has a backstory that I have in mind for him that kind of explains why he's on this adventure in the game. And I'll be revealing some stuff along the way, and we'll play as him. And we're going to take our time with this game. So it's not going to be a push to get to max level, or a push to get to certain zones, or certain raids or anything. We're going to be doing something unprecedented in this game and reading the quests. So we will be reading the quests, and we're going to take our time and have fun with just the world of Lord of the Rings. Because if there's one world that I would want to be a part of, it's Middle-earth. Okay? So what we've got here, we've got our human lore master. His name is Baradbeam. He's a man of Gondor, and if you're not familiar with Lord of the Rings, Gondor is basically this city back here. It's sort of a bastion of humanity in Middle-earth, where all the great kings, the kings of men, this is their home. So Baradbeam here was born and raised in Gondor, in the White City. He devoted his life to studying, to learning about the ancient world. That's why I made him a lore master, because he knows about Middle-earth. He knows about the world, and he knows about the history. But because he has spent all of his life on the more scholarly aspect of it, he's never married, and he's never had children, and now he finds himself in what he thinks are maybe the twilight years of his life, kind of looking back on it and saying, what have I offered in life? And that's where we're going to start. So this is Baradbeam. He's a lore master, one of the more advanced classes in Lord of the Rings. So if you do want to try this game, I'm not going to turn you off from being a lore master. I think it's a great class, but just be warned that this one is a little bit more. You gotta pay attention with the lore master. So I'm ready to jump in. I actually did not skip the tutorial because there is a little bit of story in the tutorial. So we're gonna jump into the tutorial. We'll play through the tutorial, and I will take a break, get my UI all set up for you after that, and then we'll jump right into the game. So let's go here. What you got for us, Baradbeam? I will say that this MMO is going to seem a little bit dated. They do keep it updated and fairly regularly. But I mean, obviously you see the graphics.
A chance encounter with brigands upon the road leads to captivity. You awaken with the ranger Strider before you. As he urges you to act quickly, you realize you have become involved in matters much greater than yourself.
All right, so we are Baradbeam. We got a ton of stuff coming here. So all the game tells us is we were walking along the road, so a chance encounter, just as Gandalf told us, basically. We were walking along the road, we got captured by brigands, and we're in jail, and this guy, Strider, came up. And if you're not familiar with Lord of the Rings, I'm not going to spoil anything for you, so have fun with it. Read the books, then watch the movies if you want, if you get interested in it. I would recommend reading the books first, but... So here we are, Baradbeam. We've got a few skills down here. I am going to move something really quick, and the rest of it I will wait until we are done. But one of the things with Lore Masters and with Baradbeam is he is actually a friend of the animals. And the first animal that we are going to get is a big old bear. Right? So we have got a big old grizzly bear that we have made friends with. Baradbeam, again, grew up in Gondor, but he spent a lot of time in the wild. And I think he found this bear as a cub. It had lost its mother to hunters, and he raised this bear. So him and this bear have been good friends since the bear was very little. We're going to go ahead and give the bear a name. And we are going to name this bear... I should have thought of this ahead of time. But hey, that's the way it goes sometimes. Gosh. Maybe we'll name the bear later. Let's go ahead and name the bear later. It's embarrassing trying to come up with it on the fly of something that our lore master Baradbeam. I might actually look up a name in Elvish to give it. And I'll do that while I'm setting up my UI so that we can name our bear afterwards. But first, let's see what Strider wants here. There's no time to lose. I know. Yes, no. I'm gonna exit out of these tutorials because they're gonna pop up like candy. Here.
Enough.
Yep. Oh, Strider, man. You just slaughtered those guys. Search the satchel for weapons. It's been a while since I've done this tutorial, actually. Okay, so we found a wood staff. Our current staff does 3 to 5 damage. The simple staff here is going to do 5 to 9. So let's go ahead and take that. Oh yeah, we gotta change this going on here. Where did that staff go? Right here. So we'll put on our new staff, and I'll fix those bags in the break between the tutorial and the start of the game. So Strider, what do you got for us?
Hurry, friend. We must test your will to fight.
Okay. So Strider says, "You are not the only prisoner here, friend. My fellow Amdir and I have come to rescue a hobbit, but it turns out he is not the hobbit we have been tracking. This escape will be dangerous for us all, for I know that a great evil lurks here. I have heard of its movement, and I can feel its presence. Do you know how to fight? You should practice with me to get a feel for that weapon." Practice combat with Strider. Okay. Prepare yourself to practice combat against Strider. It's set. Okay, so we got a couple skills here. One, you see that the bear is a tank pet, basically. There's a few pets we get. The bear is a tank. We've also got, one of our main skills is burning embers. And you see, we basically throw embers on him. There are a couple skills that help out with the embers. On a single target, we're going to want to do lightning strike. What that's going to do is eat the embers that are on him and do more damage because we had it on him. We have a dot that we could do, so we put a dot on Strider. We have a staff strike, so if we were up close, he's done fighting us for now, we could actually hit him with our staff. And then we have this gust of wind, so if we send wind at someone who has our burning embers on them, it spreads it to the other enemies around him. And I'm using my hands like you guys can see it, which is ridiculous, but it spreads the embers around him. So these two kind of go in correlation with making sure that we've got embers on our enemies.
Well done. Let us press on.
Well done. Your skill in battle is most impressive. Now listen closely. I will need your help getting out of here. When we leave this jailhouse, the real battle will begin. Okay, let's follow Strider outside. Through here. So one of the cool things that I'm really looking forward to is whenever I play this game on my own, I don't really read the quest text. So it's going to be really interesting to sort of read our quest text. And kind of just get the real story behind all of this. So let's talk to Strider. Oh, before we do, the other thing, I know we look, you know, like the Green Lantern, but what we're going to do is I'm going to be able to do a lot of cosmetics with him. So I might, in between the tutorial and when we come back, get his cosmetics all set up, because I have something in mind for him. But first...
Here is where we must part ways.
Oh, really? I forgot this tutorial completely. Let's talk to Strider here. Here we part for a time, Baradbeam. You should free the 2 innocent hobbits also being held captive here. Celandine Brandybuck and Mundo Saxville Baggins. Which, from, if you've read the books, they're not great. No, these 2 are okay. Celandine and Mundo are fine, but Saxville Baggins is our little blah. I must search for signs of the Servant of Mordor and learn what I can of his connection to the Black Wolves. Amdir, my fellow ranger, is making a safe path for us. He will be waiting for us at the main gate. Free Celandine first. It is Mundo they want alive, for they have mistaken him for someone more valuable. When you have both hobbits safe, seek Amdir near the main gate. Then we make for Archet, where we will find safety. Defeat Celandine's captors. Okay. Find Celandine through that gate. Will do. See you later, Strider. Ah! Alright, let's get this guy. Put our embers on him. Do a little lightning. Let's test out our staff strike on him as well. Okay, cool. Experience limit. Yes, we do level up in this game. Max level, enjoy this, is 120. There are also legendary servers in this game. I did not roll on a legendary server. Don't ask me why. I wanted full access, even though we're gonna take, you know, forever to get there. Legendary servers are basically, they started from base game and are releasing the expansions every 4 months. And I'm already late to the party for that one, so to me there was no point playing on a legendary server, but it is what it is. Alright. Do a little lightning. Okay. And we've got one more captor somewhere. In here? Yep. You don't scare me. This is Celandine Brandybuck. You went down fast. Take that, stinking thief. You alright?
A lovely day, isn't it?
I mean, if you say so. You're in a little cage there, but... Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was starting to worry that this little misadventure would be the end of me. These brigands are appalling folk. My friend Mundo is nearby, I think. We must save him as well. The brigands have been saying terrible things. We'll need a distraction, and I know just what to do. Just need a bit of flame. These hobbits are, that should get their attention. Set fire to this house. Follow me. Alright. Don't you move one curled hair, hobbit. Don't you touch a hair on that hobbit's head, you. There? You can't get through the gate. So, remember when I said that this game is a little bit dated? There's stuff like that happens in here. It just, you get used to it. And what we could do is, there we go, he made it. I mean, after the fight was done, but... Alright, it's about time you got here. It's about time. Was I expected to rescue myself? Come on, you big clodpole. Get me out of here before those ruffians return. They want to sell me off like a sack of potatoes. Find Strider and Amdir. These Saxville Bagginses don't know what's good for them. Uh-oh, flash of lightning. Ooh, what do we got here?
Go back to the shadow, fallen king.
That's Omdir, by the way, right there. I wish you could see through the bars there. Oh no! Omdir. Ah, the halflings, which is the Bagginses promised me. Are we on fire? Accursed flames! I actually can't move right now, so this Dunedain will suffice for now. May you all burn, little fools. Curse Dunedain, this is not the Bagginses I seek. Okay. Baradbeam. Omdir. Good. The hobbits are out of danger. I am glad. Do not concern yourself with me. The greatest danger has passed. The Nazgul fear those who wield fire. Alright, let's talk. Oh no! You okay? Oh, she's crying. Alright, Strider. We should probably get out of here. Everything's on fire.
I regret that I was but a moment too late.
Yeah.
But all is not lost.
Alas, I am too late. Omdir has been pierced with a Morgul blade. This does not bode well. We need to leave this place at once. Archet is nearby and will serve as a good resting place while Omdir recovers. Quickly, follow me.
Wounded by a Black Rider, the ranger Omdir escaped with his charges into the wild, making his way back to the village of Archet.
There, Captain Brackenbrook, a retired sellsword, has allowed Strider and his companions to stay and take respite from their cares.
I don't know why, but in all the years I played that, those cutscenes have always been obnoxiously loud. And I cannot get them to turn down. Alright. So here we are. We made it through the tutorial. We are technically still in a little bit of a tutorial. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix up our UI a little bit, get some things all set for us, and I will be right back with you. So hang tight, and we will be right back. Alright everybody, we are back with Baradbeam, and as you can see, I did a little Lord of the Rings store cosmetic purchasing. But this is going to be our character Baradbeam. I think the only thing we're missing are some cool boots for him. And as you notice, one really cool thing with characters in Lord of the Rings is there's cosmetic outfits that you can actually do. So this is going to be how he is in the first place. And to me, this is Baradbeam in a nutshell. Very plain, very scholarly, and very subtle. He's a very humble man, and he wears gray robes with a little bit of like filigree in his cloak. He has a really ornate cloak because he is so wise, and he's kind of revered for his wisdom. He was probably gifted this cloak by other scholars, and so this is going to be the cloak that he probably sticks with no matter what he goes through. We do have room for other costumes, but I didn't want to go all out because we just started. We're still level 1. But the other thing that I did is I did a couple things. I fixed our UI, so you probably won't notice a whole lot, but I have moved a couple things around. The other thing I did is a really cool thing with Lord of the Rings Online is you can actually write a biography for your character. And I went ahead and wrote one for Baradbeam, so I'm going to read you his biography and tell you how he came to be on the road to Bree. So, born in Gondor, Baradbeam dedicated his life to a scholarly skill set. Focusing on his studies of history, lore, and the world around them, he dedicated his life to knowledge and wisdom. It cost him more than he knew. Having never married or sired any children, Baradbeam found himself verging on the twilight years of his life with only his knowledge and wisdom to keep him company. It was a dream that changed that. Visited by a beautiful elven woman amidst a golden forest, Baradbeam spoke to her as though they'd known each other for years. It was in this dream that she told him of the child he was meant to sire, a hero whose destiny was meant for greatness, and how the world would suffer without them. Baradbeam, stricken by the idea that his own quest for knowledge had led him to deny such a gift to the world, asked the elven woman where his child's legacy was to begin. Breland, she said, and then he woke, knowing the work he must do to atone for the life he failed to create. So that's his story. That's kind of how we're going to roleplay. Anything above and beyond that is going to come from the story of the game and some of the stuff that we come across during it. So that's what brought him out here. He had this dream of this elven woman, a blonde elven woman standing in a forest of golden leaves, who told him that he was supposed to be the father of some great hero. But because he never sired children, he denied the world that child. And he said, I would never want to do that. This world is something he loves and he cares about. So he said, I will go in that child's place, even though he's feeling his age, he's feeling a little out there. He's willing to take that on and do as much as he can to fulfill that destiny. The other thing we did is we named the bear. The bear's name is Megli. Megli is, I want to say, Sindarin for bear. There's like 4 elven languages. I've never learned to speak any of them. But it's one of the elven languages. It might be Kenya, but it's, I think it's Sindarin for just bear. So it's a name that he gave the bear lovingly, not knowing what a great companion he turned out to be. So Megli is our bear companion, and let's go ahead and get started here on some questing. So we woke up in Archet. Looks like Celandine, Brandybuck is here, so let's give her a little talking to.
Thank goodness you're awake. That fellow Amdir seems very ill.
You are awake, Baradbeam. Thank goodness. You were exhausted after what happened last night, but that ranger got us all safe to Archet in the end. I'm terribly worried for his friend. Amdir looks so very ill. You can check on him if you like. He is just over there to the west of where I am standing. Do you see him there, across the lane? I do. Alright, let's talk to Amdir. He does not look good. So, Strider's here. He took off his hood and we can kind of see him a little better. Very handsome man. This is a player. But Amdir looks a little pale.
Do not trouble yourself on my account. It is only a chill.
So you are awake at last, Baradbeam. What is sweeping in my ear, by the way? Can you not? So you're awake at last, Baradbeam. You earned your rest, for you fought bravely last night. As for myself, I found no peace in slumber. The blade of the Black Rider pierced only my shoulder, though not deeply. I am chilled, but it is no matter. Thank you for your concern, but it is Strider for whom I fear. He is charged with a great task, but he tarries for my sake, and for Archet's. Oh, let's find out about this task that Strider is on.
There are too many deeds to be done. All pressing, and none of them easy.
True. Hail, Baradbeam. Amdir is right. I am torn asunder. I do not wish to leave him in this state, and Archet must be warned that the Blackwelds mean to raid the town, but I should be seeking a different Bagans right now. Okay, and we're going to pick up our first chest piece. So we go from a 63 armor robe to a threadbare cloth shirt.
Perhaps you can help.
Okay, and we got our level.
Will not heed my warnings.
Okay. Perhaps you can help, Baradbeam. The people of Archet will be in great danger when the Blackwelds execute the plan we witnessed last night. The captain here, a man named Brackenbrook, does not like my look, and will not heed my warnings. Pray speak to him on my behalf, and see if you can rouse him. Every moment I spend here is a moment in which my true charge plunges blindly nearer to unfathomable peril. The Black Rider you saw last night seeks a Bagans, and our friend Mundo is not the one. Okay. So as you can kind of guess from some of the hinting, if you are familiar with Lord of the Rings, this goes right alongside the tale of Lord of the Rings. So we'll be seeing some, familiar faces, some familiar characters, but it follows the books, not the movies. So keep that in mind. There are going to be characters who say, who the heck is that? They're from the book.
I don't like the look of those rangers one bit.
Well, that's rude. Did you wander in here last night with those rangers? I do not like the look of those fellows one bit, but I let them stay on account of the Pale One's wounds. You say the Blackwelds mean to attack us, but I do not believe it. Not without proof. Those brigands have always been about. They are an unruly lot, but not murderous. I'll not be attacking them without good reason. If you must, talk to the folks around town and get their opinions. If they are on your side, I'll consider the rangers' warnings. So we gotta talk to Kate Henseed, Peg Pruner, and Constable Thistlewool. Which, so anytime you see the ring, the one ring, you know that is a quest here. Alright, Kate.
Why are you bothering me?
Oh my god, I just had a question. If Captain Brackenbook says we're safe, then we're safe. He's always done a fine job at protecting our village. Why would the Blackwold Wanderers suddenly attack us now? So she doesn't believe that they're in any danger. Who's playing the music? Oh. I love the little details like this around here. And this stuff is stuff that you can buy off the store too. So if you want them, they're actual full outfits. I actually really like that bear helmet, but I can't get distracted. We look pretty cool as is. Alright, this is Constable Thistlewool. Hello?
Hello there.
Hi. You think the Blackwolves mean to attack us? Don't be absurd. They harbor no love for us, but they haven't a leader, and they fight more among themselves than they do with outsiders. They couldn't raid a squirrel nest, let alone our town. Funny. Actually, that's what I'm gonna like about this, is I don't think I've ever read that before, so it's gonna be cool to read, you know, this, Oakleaf, huh? It's gonna be cool to read these quests here. Alright, Captain Brackenbook.
How can I be of service?
I see that your friend is wounded, and I hope it was not the Blackwolds that did it to him. I truly trust Captain Brackenbook, for he has always kept us safe since he took charge of Archet. I won't argue with the captain, but I will help the injured fellow in any way that I can. Thanks, Peg. So everyone thinks that Archet is safe. Highly doubt that it is. In fact, I know that it is not. I believe Strider more than any of them. Alright, Strider.
Alas for peaceful folk everywhere. It is an enormous task to convince them that evil people with evil intentions will commit evil deeds.
So some of it's voice, some of it's not. I'll carry on where you left off. It seems that I cannot leave yet. Amdir needs my help, and I have pressing work to do in Archet to get these people ready for the impending storm. If you help me, perhaps I can leave before tonight. Okay, let's get some gloves from you first, though.
Before you try to fight, you must learn what skills you may from the trainer.
There is much to do, and you are new to this world of danger. As long as you wish to help Archet, it is most important that you hone your skills as a lore master. I would like you to assist me, but I wish to make sure you are ready for the evil trials you will face. Talk to the lore master trainer. Okay. In the very early days of this, you had to really train, like, pretty much all of your skills. That's not really the case anymore. They kind of just come, I think. Alright, talk to you. Intro Lore Master's Companion.
Will you give me a moment of your time, friend?
Sure. Welcome, Baradbeam. It is good to meet another who walks the path of wisdom, and I will gladly share my insight with you. As you grow in knowledge and ability, you will find that you will have many allies to call upon in your struggles. The birds and creatures of the land will lend you their strength. Even the strength of the very earth can be drawn upon, or the light from the sky, or fire. It is very subtle but rewarding expertise we lore masters seek. Demonstrate your mastery by summoning your own bear. He's out. Do you not see Megley standing there? Or... Alright, we're gonna probably have to dismiss him. That is one thing that I forgot to do. We're gonna wanna move him a little bit closer there. There we go. We're probably gonna have to dismiss him and bring him back. So summon a bear. Hey, Megley. Well,
what can I do for
well
you?
done, Baradbeam. Make sure you visit a trainer often as you advance in your role as a lore master. As you grow, you will find that trainers such as myself have more to teach you and tasks for you. Good luck. Alright, so we got a staff out of that. Let's put on all this new gear. Ignore all this stuff. If you're brand new to the game, you won't have any of this. This is from years and years of playing. You get a reward if you're VIP or or you pay for stuff, you get a reward every year. So I add a bunch of gifts in there. This sort of like gold filigree around my title is a 10-year subscriber reward, so it's kind of cool. But let's put on some of this stuff, and it's not going to show up as we do it except for our weapon, because again, we're using a cosmetic. So this is how our gear would normally look. This is why I love cosmetics, because this looks dumb. So that's where we are with that. I just want to make sure we don't train our skills, right? Barter items, train lore master skills. Yeah, we don't train our skills anymore, so we used to, but no longer. I think you're just given them. Alright, Strider. We approved our medal.
Do you feel confident in what you have learned?
Yes. Have you learned some new tricks of the lore master? I can see that you have. You seem more confident now. You are about to take on a most perilous task. If we fail, I feel that ruin will come to more towns than Archet alone. The Black Rider has brought the influence of Angmar to our very doorstep, Baradbeam. So much is at stake this day. Are you ready to begin your great venture?
Umdir,
Yes.
my poor old friend. A shadow has crept over him.
The Black Rider that stabbed him is more fell than any creature you will meet in your travels. We have little time, and we must stretch what time we have by doing two things at once. Amdir needs medicine, Baradbeam, and quickly. Do you know of a plant called Kingsfoil? It has great power to heal. You should ask Captain Brackenbrook if he knows of any that grows in these parts. Offer him assistance as well, if it does not take you far out of the way. We must begin to work on him, and perhaps we will look more kindly upon you after you do him a good deed. Okay. I see we got a new skill. We got Light of Hope, transfers morale to an ally or companion. We're going to put that here. So if Megli starts going down on health, we can actually pop, give him some health. So that would be really helpful, especially since he's going to be tanking all the baddies. Alright, Captain Brackenbrook.
I don't like the look of those rangers one bit.
So you said. Kingsfoil, eh? 'Tis a nice leafy plant that grows around Bronway's Folly, a ruin south of here. Help yourself to as much as you'd like. We've no use for it. And as for your offer of assistance, I will take you up on it. We are always in need of able hands, and you might as well earn your keep while you stay with us. My best man, Calder Cobb, is having trouble with wolves of late. Perhaps you could help him on your way to do your gardening job for the ranger. He's such a, just be a little bit nicer, I think. Alright, let's go see Calder Cobb then. Let's take a look at the quest that we have. Yeah, just this one. So we gotta do work for Calder Cobb, and it's over here too, but oh, they're combined together. Do work for Calder Cobb and gather Kingsfoil. And I'm gonna be running straight to quest objectives because I tend to, I told you, I played this a lot. I tend to know where the quest objectives are on this. So, if you're wondering how I know where to go, you can also look on the map here. And actually, you can turn quests on and off, but if you ever quest over here, it's going to tell you where to go, but I'll look at it sometimes, but...
Well, if it isn't the rumor monger.
He's so funny. I've heard all about you, Baradbeam. As you can see for yourself, there aren't no brigands causing problems. It's the wolves that threaten us lately. They seem to have gathered around Bronway's Folly, especially about the top of the ruins. Brackenbrook sent you to assist me, and assist me you shall. I would like you to look into this wolf problem we are having. Okay. Defeat wolves around Bronway's Folly. Alright, so let's go kill some wolves. Their lore master over there. Alright, Megli. Here's some wolf here. Discovered an open tapping monster. Anyone can help kill it. So that's one thing that's cool. They kind of have the how WoW has now, where anyone can hit it and get credit. They've got that in there in this game. Where's the pet bar is down there. I was looking for it up here. I would like to be able to send Megli in before we start hitting. So let me actually move the pet bar to right here. Is that above the... thing? It is, like, so I can actually move it down a little more. Like right here, and then we can move the progress bar down. So you see the UI is extremely customizable. And this is going to be... I don't want him on guard. I want him on... It will attack targets that you attack. I want him on that. And guard, I guess, if we get hit. It's going to have both. Return to Master. Roaring Challenge. Okay. So he's got some skills that he can do. He's got 2 that he can unlock in the future. We've got an attack, follow, sit. Just attack anyone or passive. Alright, we're good. Okay, let's get this wolf. Let's see if Megli heads over there as soon as we attack it, which he will. One other thing about this game is it is old and it's not really optimized very well. So you'll notice there might be some skill delays sometimes or lag where we rubber band back and forth. That's just something you have to deal with in the game. And for me, it's not a big deal. I know for people who like PvP or do raids or something, that tends to be a little bit of a mood killer for them. For me, it's alright. We have one goal right now before I will truly say that it's completely alright. Is I want to get to level 20 without dying. Because one thing that we have in this game are titles that you earn along the way. And there's a title for reaching level 20 without having a death. So if we die, I'm going to be extremely bummed out. But it's been a while since that happened. And hopefully now we don't die to like lag or a bug or something like that, but we should be alright. We've got that search top Bronwy's Folly for the source of the wolves. There's a strange banner atop the stairs here. Strange banner, why don't we touch it? Heh, Calder Cobb told me you'd be paying me a visit. You'll be sorry for sticking your nose where it don't belong. We were betrayed. Betrayed by Calder Cobb. Defeated the Blackwold Wolf Master. Okay, we almost fell off the edge there. I don't know if you saw that. We would have been fine, but still. Oh, we're gonna jump down here too. Ow. So if there is falling deaths, but the good news is there are some things there. If you saw, we like sprained our ankle. There are ones where you break your legs and you get a slow, basically. I think it goes up to 2 minutes, which is absolutely obnoxious, but it's better than dying, I guess. Ask Calder Cobb why he set you up to be ambushed. Alright, Calder. Set us up.
Impossible! A weakling like you defeated the Wolf Master?
Rude! How is it that you stand before me? A weakling like you defeated the Wolf Master? Bah! I would kill you myself if that fool Dirk Mudbrick weren't watching. Are you gonna say that in front of him? I think he can probably hear you from here. No matter, I do not fear exposure. Brackenbrook will never believe you. He thinks I have served him loyally since I was a lad, the old fool. Tell Brackenbrook whatever you like, but Archet will fall, and I'll make out with more gold than you can fathom. And you will die with the rest, if you do not make yourself scarce before tonight. Ruh-roh. So there's gonna be an attack, and it sounds like there's gonna be an attack tonight. Let's see what Brackenbrook has to say about that. Bump, bump, bump. Hola! I think I might also work on our chat stuff here. and take away the world chat, but I kind of like reading it sometimes. Sometimes it gets kind of... I mean, I'm not going to say anything bad about it, but it can get... It's a typical MMO chat sometimes. So we'll just have to watch it. And...
Danger has found you earlier than I predicted.
Danger has found you much earlier than I predicted. It sounds like Calder Cobb had it in for you before you even arrived. How did he know of you, if he was at his post? And how did that Blackwald know you were coming? Thank you for the risk you took to deliver the King's foil. I will think upon this riddle while I prepare the cell for Amdir. We are going to take the healing. Oh, we get both of them.
I cannot decide which is more dangerous right now. Calder Cobb's treachery, or the ignorance of Captain Brackenbrook.
If Calder Cobb is his best soldier, I know Brackenbrook will not believe that he tried to have you ambushed by a Blackwold. I did some asking around while you were gone, and there's a Blackwold brigand in the stocks, across the lane from here. He is being held for highway robbery. You should question him about Calder Cobb. Okay. Did we get a... Oh, we got these, and I'm going to put these here. I hardly use potions, but it's good to... have them available. What's this? Oh, we got a title. So, Baradbeam the Wary. You have reached 5th level without being defeated. And so, this goes up to level 20. You get a new title every few levels here that you didn't die. And at level 20, you get a pretty cool one that I always try to get on my characters. And I've been known to reroll if I did have a character die before 20. I won't do that on this one because, I mean, I don't want to recreate Baradbeam. But hopefully we won't have to worry about that. Alright, his name is Otto the Brigand.
Oi, you there! Let me go! Calder Cobb can vouch for me!
Let me go! I'm a friend of Calder Cobb's and I'm innocent at that. This idiot jailer won't heed me. Otto quiets down as you tell him you know of Calder Cobb's treachery. So you think you know the plan? Don't be smug. It's too late. By now the gears of war be turning down in the south, and quick. Soon I'll be free, and you'll be the one in shackles, or worse. So let's talk to Ned here. We talked to his wife earlier, Peg, who said that she's not worried about an attack.
What do you need?
It is good to make your acquaintance, Baradbeam. I noticed you were questioning Otto. Does that mean that his mutterings have been truthful? Yes, I do believe what you have come to Archet to tell. It is unprecedented, but all signs are showing that the Blackwolds mean to attack us. How is it that they have the means? If Brackenbrook does not believe you, you may tell him that I do, and for what it's worth. Okay, Brackenbrook, your jailer boy, Ned over there, is a little bit more cautious than you.
How can you say this? Calder Cobb has been loyal to me since he was a boy.
Yeah, well, not no more.
I suppose it would be wise to investigate your claim.
Okay, first wise thing you've said so far. Does Ned speak true of his prisoner? If so, we would be wise to investigate Otto's threat of trouble in the south. I'll not question Calder Cobb's lifetime of loyalty if there is no truth to back it up. But if you and Ned are right in your suspicion, this would be a very bad situation for us. Cal Sprigley's farm is to the south of here, near the gate to the town of Combe. If aught is going on, he'll know. Alright, and we're gonna get our first, yellow item. So it goes, what does it go? Yellow, purple, blue, and then gold, I think. So a little bit backwards from what we're used to in WoW. Blue is a really nice thing. Purple is kind of the middle thing. But then the rest are the same there, so... Alright, we'll accept that. There's 2 other quests, and this is one of the things that I still am thinking about here for our playthrough. I tend to play Lord of the Rings online as a very completionist playthrough, where I do all the deeds, I do all the quests in the area before moving on. It's going to be a little bit hard for me to not do that, but I'm going to try. So I may pick up quests and just focus on a couple of them. I think in the intro, it's worth it to do all the quests that we have, just so we make sure we're leveling up. We don't have any rested experience or anything. But once we get out there, we're going to try to follow the main story. So you're going to find out that There's a main story in this. We'll try to follow that. And we may do a couple of additional side quests here and there. And that's really going to be what we do on camera. I will be doing stuff off camera. Things like crafting. For the most part, that's going to be off camera. I might do gathering off camera. And some of the more boring, like kill 100 of these things sort of deeds, which are like, you get a little reward for finishing deeds in an area. That sort of stuff would be so boring to watch for you guys, because I tend to just turn on music and go mindlessly kill stuff. That sort of stuff we'll do off camera. But for the most part, the stuff that we do on camera is going to be the main story quest and some side quests, so that we get the gist of Baradbeam's journey, you know, through Middle Earth. But for right now, I think we're going to go ahead and end the episode here. And let me know what you guys think. Are you interested in watching this? Do you want to see more of it? And do you play this game? Or are you going to give it a shot now that you've seen me play it? Because I love hearing that too. I love seeing that people found a new game or something fun that they want to try out. I can't recommend this game enough. It is dated. I will admit that it is dated. It does have its issues because it is dated. Don't go into it thinking you're going to get the polish of WoW, even the polish of classic WoW. There's a group finder, but you're going to be doing most of your stuff solo until you get to max level, which is, again, 120 and hours away. But if that sounds like something that's up your alley, definitely give this one a shot. I really enjoy this game. Like I said, it's one of my favorite games. I've put a lot of time into it and a lot of money, honestly, even though I'd paid for the lifetime. But yeah. Let me know what you guys think. I'm excited to take Baradbeam on an adventure through Middle Earth, follow along the side of, you know, the Fellowship and everything, and just see where we go in Tolkien's great world that he put together. So if you guys do want to see more of the Lord of the Rings Online Let's Play, make sure to leave a like or subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time. Alright, bye-bye everyone.